to get into agriculture. It was something that I've always been interested in on a gardening level. Not necessarily, I didn't understand that agriculture was a big ordeal. But I went to go visit the Philippines, which is where my mom is from. And on some of the islands, they were just growing their own vegetables and killing chickens for sure. And I had thought like, wow, this is a nice life. And when I got back to the city, I just thought like, yeah, I want to learn how to do this. I want to learn how to live this life. And then 2020 happened, and I ended up in the South. I ended up in Virginia, and I started practicing in a garden bed. And when I found my way out here in Arizona, I met some people who were growing food, and I just asked, like, how did you learn how to grow food? And it went from there, just volunteering in community gardens and apprenticing on other farms, and just full-blown immersing myself in figuring out how to grow food. I would say just try it. It's never gonna be perfect. You're gonna get your butt kicked. Yeah, there's always gonna be a lot of loss, but all of those seemingly failures are just lessons to improve on. And then just follow your gut. It's not easy. It's a lot of hard work. But if you love it and you're passionate about it, it doesn't really feel like hard work. Yeah. And grow what you love. Like grow what you love to eat, and at least for me, I like to try and figure out what plants, talk to me. I get to know them, get to figure out how they grow, how they fruit, and just taking little notes on how to improve every season. It's definitely not instant gratification by any means. There's a lot more upfront, like time, energy, cost, and you definitely won't see the reward right away. So that's something to keep in mind too. It's a different rhythm, a different pace than I think what society operates at, especially in the city. I don't know if that's good advice, but I wouldn't say anything, but there's definitely a huge diversity of what you can grow depending on where you're at. So, I mean, really, if you're in an area where there are people who are already growing, ask them. Like, ask the people who are in that environment, the farmers, and the people who are growing. They would definitely know best. But then also, like, whatever land that you're on, just start to really observe the differences in the soil, and just kind of gauge and research like what kind of crops will grow best on there. Like if you try to grow something and it doesn't want to grow there, then maybe that's not the space for it. But that's the fun part of growing, right? So like I said, it's not going to always be a successful thing. You might put a lot of time and energy into something that won't grow, but then you learn from that and try something else, and then once you start to see things flourishing, you'll understand what's possible in your own space, and every space is different, even from lot to lot, or like even garden bed to garden bed, or if you're big, on a bigger scale, like row to row. So yeah, I think that's the fun part of it.
I love that. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.